If you're over 40 and you think a faceless channel will hide your insecurities, well, I've got news for you. YouTube isn't about perfection, it's about connection, and you can't connect if you don't show up. If you think a faceless YouTube channel will make things easier, well, it depends upon how you define easy. Hi, I'm Bill, and my face is on this screen. You hear a lot about faceless YouTube channels, and you should start, and you should do it, and you could be successful. Well, you have to define what success really means to you. Is it just making money, or is it really making a connection? And that's where I'm going with this. Let's take a look at some faceless success stories. Well, they're not really faceless success stories. It's people telling you how you can have success with a faceless YouTube channel. Left-hand corner, it says, how to start a faceless YouTube channel in 2025, full guide, 32 views per hour. 4 weeks ago, 35,000 views in 4 weeks. That's crazy. Right below it, this viral 8K per month AI faceless YouTube niche is new. Start today. Man, that's got a lot of clicks going on with it because they're talking about money. It's talking about AI. It's talking about faceless. And 32,000 views 2 weeks ago. That's 62 views per hour. I like this one. How to actually start a faceless YouTube channel, no BS guide. 38K views 4 months ago. Right down at the bottom, it's got this. How I created a $10,000 a month faceless YouTube channel using free AI tools. Okay. And then now, these are legit. They are. And people make a lot of money doing faceless YouTube channels. But the question is, do you want a faceless YouTube channel? I'm telling you to stop. I'm telling you to stop and think about it before you even put any time and effort into a faceless YouTube channel. Now, I've got one example here that I'm going to show you. Let me give you an example of a faceless YouTube channel that is very successful. I like this guy. I watched this guy. I subscribed to this guy, and here he is. Zolotech. I don't know the guy's name. I've never. Hi, my name's Bill, and my face is on this camera. But if you look at it, he has 1.85 million subscribers. He has 4,200 videos up. 1.85 million subscribers. And what does he do? He talks about iPhones and Samsung phones and whatever other phones that are out there, the latest, the tablets, computers. He talks about these things. He gives little tips on how to do this with your iPhone or do that with your Samsung phone, this, that, back and forth. He does it, and he does it well. He does it well, and he's making a lot of money. This is his full-time gig. And well, he's doing a great job at it. But is that something that you want to do? For me, I thought, man, a faceless YouTube channel, that's going to be easy. But I thought about it, and I see a lot of these different people doing faceless YouTube channels. And is that where I want to go? Now, I'm going to go through what a faceless YouTube channel is, 4 basic aspects. And here they are. First, you think a faceless YouTube channel, privacy and anonymity. I'm going to be private and I'm going to be anonymous. But people want to see this. They want to see your face. That's what they want to see. Privacy and anonymity is great because maybe you don't want your family to know about it, your friends to know about it. I don't want them to see me on a YouTube channel, so I'm doing a faceless YouTube channel so they don't know that it's me. But if it's faceless, it lacks personality. It lacks personality. It does, to me, it lacks a little bit of credibility unless you're that guy in Zolotech, which he bases his success entirely on his knowledge and content and how quickly and easily he can show other people how things are going with iPhones and tablets and software updates. He does videos on every software update that comes out. In his banner across the top, he says he does 3 videos a week. I don't doubt it, but he has a lot of tech going on. So there's privacy and anonymity. That's one aspect of a faceless YouTube channel. You may like that, but then you really have to think about what your content is going to be, and it had better be good, and it had better be captivating. Next, low production cost. Okay, so you don't have to buy a camera, but guess what? You probably have a camera. You probably have a camera that is really good, that does 4K probably. You've already got the camera, so that's out the window. And you can also use that camera as a phone. So it's got, multiple uses going on there. But low cost production, it depends. It relies very heavily on your content. And you're thinking, man, I got some great content. I've got some great ideas. That's great. That's great. But then it's got to come out on a very consistent basis. It has to come out. Low production cost might mean higher production time, because you have to do a lot of editing. That's the second thing. Third thing, content over personality. Well, yes. Watching Zolotech, he has a bit of personality come through in his voice, but he's on task. He's straight on task. And I'd rather, honestly, I don't know about you, but I would rather honestly look at a face. I want to know who I'm talking to. I don't know whether this guy's 25 or 55. I don't know. But because of how he's doing it and how successful he is at it, it doesn't matter whether he's 25 or 55. It just doesn't matter. He knows his stuff. So he is, in my opinion, an absolute expert, a guru in his field. He knows what he's talking about. But you really have to have strong content over personality. Now, I can go with mediocre content as long as it's got a good message and have the personality come through with it. I listen to some YouTube channels on a regular basis, and and as I'm watching them, I'm thinking, I've heard this before. I know this. But I really like how the guy is talking, how the guy is telling me, how he's saying it. So that's the third thing, content over personality. And the fourth aspect is scalability through automation. When you noticed back here, I think, yeah, you see several of these are talking about do it with AI. You can scale with AI. It's automation. It's automation. It's automation. Well, that kind of kills the idea of low production cost and low production time for that matter. You have to learn how to do it. You have to learn how to do the AI. The AI will be absolutely great if you pay a price for the AI that you need and you want to have, and then you have to get it all to work. That's a higher learning curve, in my opinion, at least for me, through scalability. You can scale through automation. Sure you can, but you can also learn the skill set of making and editing your own videos, which is what I do. And the more I do it, the quicker I get at it. And here's the thing. I not only enjoy making videos, I enjoy editing videos. But that's just me. Some people just hate the editing part and they just want to do the video part. But if the practice, the better you get at doing this, the less editing there will be. That's kind of cool. You want to have a personality. You want to have a face. Your face in your videos, especially if you're just starting out. It lends to the credibility. Let me just give you a few more thoughts on this. First of all, nobody cares about your face until they do. Let me say that again. Nobody cares about your face until they do. Nobody cares about my face. Nobody cares about how I do my hair. Like literally nobody cares about how I do my hair. But nobody cares about their face until you do, because there's a connection. And that's what you want to make when you're doing YouTube videos. You want to somehow make a connection with your audience. They like you, they like your personality, and whether or not they like your face, it really doesn't matter. And a lot of people are self-conscious about putting themselves out on camera. I'll get to that in a sec. Faceless channels are great for one-time views. Yes and no. It depends upon what you're doing. Like the example I gave of Zolotech, I go back and watch whenever I want to see the updates on Apple iPhones. That's why I go back to him. And he does a great job, obviously, with 1 million+ viewers or subscribers that he's got. So faceless channels are great, maybe for one-time view. It depends upon the topic. Okay, let's just say it depends upon the topic. So you see it once, but you don't know who it is that's talking. You like the content, and you may go back, but you don't know who it is that's talking. You kind of like to have a face. You kind of like to have a face, especially if the content is, and if you're just starting out on YouTube, maybe your content isn't honed in and isn't great at first. And that's okay. You're going to get better over time the more you do it. So faceless, sure. Okay. They're great. Maybe for one time. And this is a controversial thought. I understand. Some of them are great. Some of them are not. And so you don't go back because you don't know who's behind the camera. Next, let me just say, you're too old to be hiding. I don't care if you're 25 or 67 like I am. You're too old to be hiding. Just get it out there. You should be beyond your insecurities at this point. Well, you're saying, I looked a whole lot better when I was 25 than I am now. Well, when I was 25, it was the mid-'80s, and I had hair that looked like the mid-'80s. My wife thought it was a great idea for me to have a perm. Not a good look for me. I've destroyed all those pictures. Thank me later. But you're too old right now to be shy. Just put it out there. People understand. You're going to connect with people who are just like you, but they'll never be able to connect with you if they don't know what you actually look like, and they don't see your facial expressions. They don't see the joy in your face as you're giving a message that you've got. They don't see those things in a faceless video. You're too old to be hiding. Not only that, you're too good to be hiding. Your insecurities are an asset. They really are. Your flaws, your stumbling, your whatever it may be, it's actually an asset. Don't think you have to be perfect. This is my shout out to you to stop trying to be perfect. If you try to be perfect, if you wait to be perfect, you will never start a YouTube channel. You just won't. It's not going to happen. Your insecurities are an asset. Now, I'm not trying to say accentuate them, be overly whatever, however you want to define that. But your insecurities are an asset. Think of it that way. It's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to fluff up. It's okay if you're having a bad hair day, something I don't have to worry about. Thanks for bringing that up again. But your insecurities are an asset, and your face is the brand. It really is. So there's this book that I absolutely love. I'm just going to show it to you. It's called You're the Brand by Mike Kim. And honestly, when you're starting a YouTube channel, if you're over 40, you want your face out there. You want people to see you. And you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to, get on the perfect outfit and have the perfect makeup. I'm so glad I'm a man. I don't have to worry about makeup. Some people say I need makeup, but that is another story altogether. But you are the brand. When you're starting your YouTube channel, whatever it is, have your face on the screen. It's okay. Am I telling you not to start a faceless YouTube channel? Not really. And a lot of people are saying, and when I go back to, let's go back to it. Let me see if I can find it again. If I go back to this, every one of these people are saying, hey, you can make money doing this. And I don't doubt it for a minute. I don't doubt for a minute that they're making money doing this. A lot of people are. But if your only goal is to make money on YouTube, may I suggest don't start. YouTube is about connection. YouTube is about a message that you have that you want other people to hear and join in your rally cry, as it were, your war cry. You want them to join you. So give them the opportunity to join you, but they're not going to join a faceless person, a faceless voice. AI is at the point where it can, AI voices can sound almost flawless, which would get rid of a lot of my ums and ahs and so's and ands and all of those things. You can tell this is an AI. My insecurities with doing this are more than obvious. And guess what? I'm okay with it. I'll get better over time. And so will you. So if you're starting a YouTube channel, don't start with a faceless YouTube channel. Start with a channel that starts to reflect who you are and what you have to offer. And your viewers will see the joy in your face and the joy in your heart, and they'll see all of those things because they will be able to connect and respond to you as a person. AI is growing and growing and growing, and YouTube is going to be looking more and more and more to authenticity and connection. Let them connect with you and your face. If I haven't told you already, I'm Bill. I hope you like and subscribe to this. Now I got to go play with the dog again. YouTube isn't about perfection. It's about connection. Test 2, 3. Test. If you're over 40 and you think a faceless channel is the way to go,